So, when Gears of War E-Day was announced as being an exclusive to Xbox, fans were getting excited to have their own game back on their console. But there's a report saying that Gears of War E-Day might have cost around $400 million to make, which is an insane amount of money for a Gears game. And that's really high when you compare it to Gears of War 2, which had a budget of around $12 million, and then Gears of War 3, which could be around $48 to $60 million. For comparison, as per leaked internal documents, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 cost roughly $300 million to develop and needed to sell 7.2 million copies at full price to break even. The best-selling entry in the series is Gears of War 2, released in 2008, which sold around 6.75 million copies. It's hard to imagine E-Day selling 7 million copies now, and considering the issues with RAM prices and the Series X or S only selling 32 million copies, compared to Sony's console selling over 75 million, Xbox is expecting Gears of War E-Day to be a console seller, and I feel like it'll get some good amount of sales, but not enough to cover a $400 million budget, if that's accurate. It's possible this amount of $400 million is not accurate, but still, the game might not make enough money to cover the budget, even if it was on PlayStation, but that's just one person's opinion here. The Coalition Studio, which is based in Vancouver, has spent years building tools and training other studios, and this province offers them an interactive digital media tax credit of 25%, and a portion of that $400 million may include the long-term investment in Unreal Engine 5. With that in mind, the budget for Gears E-Day might actually be closer to $250 to $300 million, which is a smaller number than $400 million, but still, it's a lot of money for a game. And considering it's an exclusive on Xbox, there's a big chance it's not going to make enough money to cover the budget. And it gets worse for Xbox, as a leaked email could be planning for massive layoffs. Microsoft poured $20 billion into content, platform development, and hardware subsidies over the past 5 years, but the return on that is nearly $500 million. So they've been spending too much money and not getting enough back. And the hardware component crisis is also making things worse. When it says they're going to rebuild their stack, that could mean they might cancel projects, shut down more studios, or even have layoffs. And to make things worse, there's even reports that Microsoft might consider selling off Xbox. Since they're not selling enough consoles, they might be open to other discussions. There's around 3 people with direct knowledge of the discussions, and it looks like Asha Sharma is planning to increase spending to accelerate development of new Xbox titles from successful franchises including Halo, Fallout, and The Elder Scrolls. Asha Sharma's plans have been approved to boost spending on top-tier game development for the fiscal year starting in July, but the budget has not been finalized and could still change. So they want to spend more money on big games, which also includes incoming layoffs, but also possibly spinning out Xbox as a separate, wholly owned subsidiary. They were looking for outside business partners for Xbox, but nobody has made any offers yet. There is a possibility that Saudi Arabia-led investors that are currently trying to buy EA might also step up and consider investing into Xbox. And then, just this morning, there's a new article. Xbox Game Studios boss Craig Duncan steps down, and Chief of Staff Louise O'Connor also departs. He's had his position for more than 18 months, but is now stepping down. He was with the organization since 2011, but it does not say why he left. It's possible that he chose to leave when there were rumors about incoming layoffs. So I guess you can say Xbox is in a tough spot right now. Let's see what happens later this year. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.